The following program was co-produced by
Mess and Finesse,
a comedy label based out of Somerville, Massachusetts. For information on comedy writing classes and more content like this, please visit www.messandfinesse.com. Thank you and enjoy the show.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This meeting of the Maddagunkscott City Council, Saturday, July 25th, 2020, is officially called to order. When I say your name, please say present for the official attendance record for this meeting. Councilman Jeff Mitchards.
Present.
Great. Councilwoman Ruth Wilson Hayes. Present. Is there a motion to approve the attendance record for this meeting?
Motion to approve the attendance.
Is there a second? I will second it. The attendance record is officially approved for this meeting. I do, before we get started, I cannot find the bottom part to our official city council gavel. It has gone missing, so if you've seen it, please return it back to us. No questions asked. No one's going to be in trouble. Please just return it back to office 25 in City Hall. That's my office on the second floor, 25 City Council room. Thank you.
And speaking of things that are lost and that have been found again, you may notice we are once again back in the gunk, as people have been saying. We are here back in Maddagunkscott,
yes,
in the Holly Public Library, which has...
Good to be back.
Very good to be back. It has mysteriously reappeared, as mysteriously as it once disappeared, but, couldn't have been a better time for it to happen.
Incredibly, incredibly exciting. I mean, as you know, for the past 2.5 years, we were having to go and travel all the way to Cambridge, Massachusetts, every month for our official city council meetings. And that did really take a toll on us and our citizens. I mean, they showed up, but it was a bit of a toll. And then obviously COVID-19 hit, and Councilman Mitchards and I, we were isolated in a bunker for months.
Things got very hairy at times. I would say our will to live was tested. I would say our personal relationships were tested, but we've come through it on the other side.
Yeah, we are more devoted to this city than ever, as the saying goes. And we did just come back from Cabo with our good friend Kevin.
Yes, we did. Thank you, Kevin.
It was very relaxing and very wonderful. I did also want to point out that helping us today in the Holly Public Library is Sandy Chumps. He's actually from the city of Somerville, Massachusetts. And he's going to be helping us out throughout all of this. He's actually interning here at the Holly Public Library, traveling every day.
He's what you call video. Is it video kid?
I'm an AV boy.
He's an AV boy. Okay. What's the name of your production video?
I work for that man, Kenny, at Mess and Finesse in Somerville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we had a phone call with him at some point. He seemed like a very nice man. So
very
thank you
nice.
to him and to his company, Mess and Finesse, for helping us.
Happy to be here. I'm going to get off the mic now.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. Sandy's been a
thank
huge
you.
help.
Thank you, and thank you, God.
We have a lot of technological operations here. As you can see, we have a laptop, and we have cameras.
So, yeah, none of that would be possible otherwise. Speaking of the current health situation that is ongoing,
yes.
I don't know if you've all been watching the numbers. It seems to be pretty good in Maddagunkscott. I don't know. I believe the mayor sent along some sort of video update that can maybe give us more specifics.
Mayor Bryson McManus has provided an update. If we could.
So, yeah.
Hello, I'm your mayor, Bryson McManus. For the past 6 months, this town and nation has been plagued by the terrible COVID-19 virus. Well, tonight, I'm here to proudly announce that we got it! 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 We got you! We got it! We got it! Get done! Get done! Get done! We got your ass! We got it! We got it! We got it! Get out of my car! Get out of here! Go! We got it! We got you! We got it! We got it! we got you. Get your asses, get right. Get out my now. Get out my top. We got it.
So I think we do need to clarify that.
Yes, the implication that
he has it, or
that we got rid of.
We got rid of it. I think it does need to be sort of clarified that we are down to 0 cases in the city of Maddagunkscott, which is incredible. It is why, you know, we're able to sort of get out of the bunker and now be in City Hall. We aren't allowing anyone in or out of Maddagunkscott. So that is the caveat. No one from any neighboring towns, any neighboring states are allowed in or out. We are protecting our citizens.
I'm hung up on it said we've got it over and over again in that video, and I don't know.
I mean, I hope we don't have it.
I hope we don't. Well, we'll have to clarify with the mayor's office and see if we can get some more guidance on that. But he seemed happy and agitated, I would say.
Yeah.
So that is on par with, I'd say, his normal attitude.
Especially because he's been sort of MIA throughout this whole process.
Right. Yeah. We have
we're down to 0 cases, and now he shows up, but that's a whole other matter. All right. Well, as you know, with our monthly city council meetings, we do get to hear from you, our trusted constituents. So we do have a number of constituents that we will be hearing from today. So if we want to bring the first person in, who would like to speak to the council?
Looks like we're loading them up here now.
Hello, this is Jake Faracco from 112 Water Street, and I have a grievance.
Okay, Jake, let us know what that
My household is very
what we're here for.
upset that you canceled the 76 trombones in the big parade that was supposed to happen today. Okay, my son is beside himself. He has been practicing the trombone for months. I've had to listen to him.
Oh wow, there he is.
Oh, he's very
There
good.
he is right there, I think. That is quite good. I mean, I hope you understand the reason for canceling the 76 trombones and the big parade was a safety issue. Wow, look at the breathing there. Heavy.
He's
heavy
not
breaths
eating.
for the boy.
Great
He's
lungs.
not
Good lungs.
sleeping. He's not doing anything that he normally does, okay? You have started some trouble with a capital T that rhymes with D that stands for Dungeons and Dragons, because that's usually the only way I get my son out of this house. And he doesn't even want to do that right now. That's how depressed he is, okay? And that's saying something.
He plays Dungeons and Dragons outside. I feel like stereotypically that's sort of a basement.
I can't even
There
look
you-
at these.
Why are they wet?
My tears.
Oh, the dice are
No
wet with tears.
crying, okay? If I wanted a child that cries, I would have had a daughter, all right?
I understand that this is probably very, very hard for you, as it is for all. I mean, you know, Councilman Mitchards and I were both parents. You know, we totally get it, but we are just coming out of this and sort of having big events right now. It just might be a risk we really can't take at the moment. And you know, I hope you and your son obviously can understand
This is for my family's
that.
mental health. This is what I'm trying to tell you. My son needs an, oh geez. I can't deal with that Harry Potter. I gotta get my wife. Janet, I'm getting your mother. I'm getting your mother.
I've been studying all summer. Aki Paredo! It's a back.
Is that a
It's a spell.
Is that a spell?
My defense against the dark arts professor said I had a ton of potential.
Wow,
Guys,
I didn't
my
know
mom-
you
my
offered
mom-
that.
I was just at tennis. I can't even have a second to breathe. I just poured my glass of wine. I have to deal. What did I tell you about Harry Potter? Liking Harry Potter is not a personality trait. Get out of here. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that my husband called in.
Oh no, that's quite all right. I mean, that's what the time is here
Yeah.
for. It sounds like he was upset about the trombones, and then your child as wet dice. So we're more than happy to hear any complaints that you have, but the parade has been canceled and delayed, and those trombones are not going to show up in town for probably at least a couple months.
Great.
Mom, may the force be with you.
Oh, wow.
That's a cool gadget. We're all going to get through this. I can feel it. We're all going to get through this.
Right, and school season should be back very soon, so I think you're... Oh, did we lose?
I think they left us.
I think we lost them, but, I would say that boy had a bunch of hobbies. I understand it can be grating for parents to have to be inside with your kids, but seems like he's a reader.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like he's into games. That's good.
Yeah, he seems very, very precocious and into learning, and we should encourage more learning and getting out there. But I have 3 kids of my own. They're all still at home, and I get it. That's why I was stuck in a bunker for months on end, and I only just had to sort of interact with them again. So, all right, it looks like we may have another constituent calling in.
Also, quick shout out to Sandy. Looks like there was some sort of a delay issue, but it sounds like we have that fixed now. So thank you very much.
Yeah, there was a previous setup that I broke down, and I had adjusted the audio delay for that, and then I set up a new one, and I didn't remove the delay. So the delay didn't exist. I created it for myself.
Oh, are there other broadcasts happening?
I am dealing with 19 to 25 different broadcasts. I've got a van with so many cables.
Well, thank you, Sandy. We certainly appreciate your help with those issues. Looks like we have another. Do we have our next citizen here? Pete Turnsdown. Are you there? Your camera might be off. Oh,
there he is.
There we go. Is that Pete? Pete Turnsdown?
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great, Pete. How are you?
Am I really loud?
You're a little loud.
Only a little, but it's fun.
It's a fun volume.
Sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right.
I'm excited to be in city council.
We're excited to have you.
Oh, thanks. It's really nice to meet you guys. Jeff, I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Yeah. So, you guys know me. I'm Pete Turnsdown from Maddagunkscott Public Television. Everybody knows me.
Oh, of course. We all grew
I don't
up.
need an introduction, right?
You literally taught me how to count, Pete.
Hello, I'm Pete Turnsdown. Everybody knows that. And I turn down every road in search of learning adventure.
Well, there's learning everywhere. You could hardly do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. You can never do wrong. Well, I don't know. I've learned a lot of lessons over the years, some really good ones, like the alphabet and the number 5 and the word xylophone.
That one starts with an X.
Mm-hmm. It's tricky.
Did you know that word already? Xylophone.
I did. Yeah, I might have even learned it from you at some point. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a time when I didn't, and now I do. Xylophone. So, anyway, since we're all stuck at home, I can't turn down roads in the real world anymore. So I've been going on adventures in the internet. And I've been exploring every corner of the World Wide Web.
Oh, wow. Kids, sometimes the internet can be a little scary for kids. So hope you're in adult supervision if you're doing that, Pete.
Well, Pete turns down every road, but sometimes turning down every road isn't always the best idea, as you've pointed out. Not every lesson you learn is fun. I learned a lot of words that maybe I wish I didn't learn, on the internet, like words like aggravated defenestration and self-cannibalism.
Oh, sure.
And, have you ever heard of Jumanji fellatio? It's a weird one.
I have not heard of that.
Jumanji.
I know Jumanji. Robin Williams.
I saw Ursine forced orthodontics. That was That
Ursine
was something I
force?
wish I could unsee.
I think that means like bears? Bear?
Bears with braces.
Oh,
Ah.
wow.
There was Olympic level colitis tornadoes.
Olympic
They
level
had-
colitis tornado.
A cement chugging competition.
Oh wow.
I saw a two-sided die.
How would
I
you...
saw. Huh?
Just amusing to myself how one might make a two-sided die. I mean, is it just flat?
You look at it and then it hurts your brain and you can't unsee it and you forget what it looked like immediately because it doesn't belong in this world.
Isn't that just
Anyway.
a coin?
Sorry, what was that, Sandy?
Wouldn't a two-sided die be a coin?
That's what I was
Well, I
thinking.
think there is a dimension. I think there's a side, but I see what you're
Sweet.
saying.
Sweet, simple Sandy. I wish it were that simple.
Do you know Sandy?
Oh, I know Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Let's just say public television doesn't run itself.
Oh, I see.
Sandy's a hero of Maddagunkscott.
All right, maybe interned over there.
I don't know what we would do without this precious Sandy.
I don't either.
You know, I also heard about surgical appendix removal for books
Oh, I see.
and
'cause-
and frimps, fries made of chimps.
Oh God,
Oh,
that sounds terrible.
Yeah, that's just the start of it because I just got internet access like 20 minutes ago in the cozy kingdom.
you
I was
just
so
got internet?
lonely.
You've already looked all this up in the last 20 minutes?
I got nothing to do. It's just me in here. So, and I needed internet to get on this city council, and so I just felt so lonely, and I needed to reach out, but I didn't know what a dark abyss I'd be reaching out into.
Well, maybe keep it, keep it a little more kid friendly. Maybe look up like different types of dogs or like dinosaur information, things like that.
Jeff, that's the problem. You see, some lessons are more complicated than a triangle and the color blue, and once you learn that, there's really no going back, is there, Jeff? Really no. So, effective immediately, I am going to have myself reformed into a mug.
Oh,
Into a mug?
A mug.
a
A
mug?
mug.
Are you sure?
cut-
Are you sure
Yes.
you want to do that? I mean, would you still be able to talk and experience all the things you do now?
I don't know, but I don't know if living is anything else than a mug is really for me at this point. So, I'm gonna go to the pottery studio,
Oh my God.
and a drunk lady is gonna paint me,
Oh my gosh.
and that's gonna be my life. I
Well-
love you guys.
We love
Oh,
you
we
too.
love you too.
This is sad.
Yeah, we hope but at the same time, I think change is important, and I hope that if you do go down this road that you continue to learn and you continue to have new experiences and just grow and change,
Yes, I hope so, but I hope I don't learn too much. I don't want to know anything else.
Well, ignorance can be its own kind of bliss, I guess.
All right, goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, Pete. Thank
Goodbye,
you so much
Pete.
for calling.
Thank you. Oh, wow. I mean, that's heavy. I think.
We're all growing up very fast, I think, during this
and
time.
yeah, we're making some life-changing decisions. I mean, we can't just go back to normal. I mean, we're in the Holly Public Library, but we're not in person with our constituents, right? I mean,
It's just us here in a dark room with Sandy.
yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that was heavy.
Wow.
I still don't understand what half of those things he said mean.
The forced ursine orthodontics sounded dangerous to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I imagine all ursine orthodontics are forced, but
Oh, is Tim 90s back?
looks like we have Tim 90s back.
Can he hear us?
Can you hear us, Tim?
I can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, we did it. Tim 90s.
Tim 90s.
It's Tom 90s. Hey.
Oh,
Tom
sorry.
90s.
Sorry, my eyes look like O's.
Sorry. We both wear
No,
glasses.
no worries. You guys look great. I haven't seen you guys in forever, man. How are you doing?
You know, we're holding it together, right? I mean, we've been out of the bunker now for over a month, so we're getting used to regular society again.
God, man. You're talking about society, man. The 90s had a great take on it, right? Like, they really push back against the notion that, like, society and people should really tell you what to do and kind of allow you to live by yourself. I got to tell you guys, my favorite decade is the 90s, like 100%. I love it. I think it was the best, right?
Yeah, those sweet, sweet Clinton years. I mean,
Yeah.
the president. Remember when the president used to play saxophone?
Right? I mean, right? That's wild.
Yeah.
And also, and I'll say this 100%. Every good thing that's ever existed came from the 90s, like 100%. Every single thing. Every good thing that's ever happened has come from the 1990s. What's some of your favorite stuff, man?
I love a slice of apple pie.
That's amazing, man. That was invented in the 1990s. It was apple pie was like started then, and it kind of became the thing it is now. And it was 1990s started it off, and it was cool, man. People loved it.
Huh? I feel like I remember having a slice of pie maybe even before the 90s, but I don't.
Okay, man, I lived it. I was born in 1975. I was 15 when it started, and I was 25 when it ended, man. I think I know what happened in the 90s, all right?
Okay, well,
Okay.
you're the expert.
I think we're, yeah.
Yeah, you got. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, man. I'm a lover. I think that's something that we kind of learned a lot about in the 90s, right? What's another favorite thing of yours? I guarantee you, like 100% was made in the 1990s.
I love, coming home and having a nice bubble bath with a lavender candle going in the background.
What's wild is not only did that experience first happen in the 90s, but each of the subcomponents, including lavender, bubbles, baths, coming home, all of those started in the 90s.
There were no bubbles before the 90s?
You're shocked that there were no bubbles before the 90s? I'm saying nobody came home before the 90s, man.
I guess that is a bigger revelation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's true. It's true. Historians are going to look back on that decade as the dawn of literally everything. I think people need to know a little bit more about it. And I actually kind of wanted to make an ask that we, as a town, when things like maybe improve a little bit, if we could maybe have like a Rock Fest 97 or a Summer Jam 96, you sort of like recall again. Like I want to get a KROQ, Def Jam Records like style like concert going on in the city, man. I think the people need it. You know what I mean?
I think that would go over really well. You see nostalgia stuff everywhere now. They bring back Crystal Pepsi, or they'll bring back Stranger Things. All these media, they're going back.
Yeah.
Both of those things were invented in the 90s, and we brought them back, man. It's wild. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, some of my favorite 90s stuff is like the Wallflowers.
I love the Wallflowers.
Yeah, they're
One
good.
Headlight is a great song.
That's what? What song are you talking about, man?
One Headlight by the Wallflowers. Is that the Wallflowers?
I'm just talking about like flowers on walls, my dog.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Flowers on walls are very
called
nice.
that. There's just one sticking point that just kind of occurred to me. What year did you say you were born in?
I was born in 1975. I was 15 when the 90s started. I was 25 when they ended, man. I lived it, man. I was there.
But by definition, then, I mean, you clearly weren't created in the 90s.
What are you talking about, man? I was born in 1975. I was 15 when they started, and I was 25 when it ended.
Right, but
I lived it, man. I was there.
15 though, before the 90s, you had 15 whole years of different decades.
You're funny, dude. That's great, man. I like the way you think, dude. You smoke?
No, I don't partake. As a government employee, I'm not allowed to.
Got it. Well, I thought I'd maybe just come on and show you guys some of my favorite stuff from the 90s, if that's cool.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That sounds great.
Sweet. I think these are just some of the bedrocks. Like, if you were to ever like create a show, like, I don't know, like on MTV where you reviewed a decade and went through it and like said, like, these are the best parts of it. And like, I love the 90s. These are some of the stuff just if someone ever did that, this is some of the ideas that I would put into that kind of a show. If that's okay. So the first off I have for you is Plato's Republic. This was written in the 1990s. This was written in 1992. It set the tone for civilization. It set the tone for what laws and republics, and it set the tone for what all that kind of stuff would be. So if anyone hasn't checked it out, I'd check it out. You can get it on, a bookstore or something. But I got Baby Yoda from The Mandalorian, which came out in 1997. Which was a pretty cool TV show starring Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian. Came out in the 1990s, and I think it was absolutely super cool.
I think that one actually, the other Star Wars might have, but I think that Star Wars was actually pretty recent.
Yeah, man, it was only like what 20 years ago,
Yeah.
right? So
I think it came out like this year. Was it last
what are
year?
you talking?
It was like last
It was
winter.
like 2019.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal,
Okay,
hot
man.
off his Game of Thrones success, which was like 2 years before that.
Yeah, 1996, man. I lived it, so I don't know what you're talking about, man. Also, the Louisville Slugger, first graded in 1994 by a man named Slugger in the state of Louisville. So I just wanted to come on and talk about the 90s with you guys a little bit. Some stuff I think that people don't really understand a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I think that's great. That's wonderful. And I just to go back to sort of 90s appreciation, I mean, I think we want to encourage people in Maddagunkscott not to leave. We want them to stay here, and I think maybe starting some sort of radio show or station, like you said, I think that could be a step in the right direction to get everyone excited.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys don't have any radios or stations or anything like that, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to do it.
All right, well, that sounds great. Thank you so much, Tom. You might want to try to find a calendar at some point and just kind of look at the big numbers at the top of it and see if that helps you out.
Hey, what are you implying, man?
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
All
Tom.
right, thank you, Tom.
Take
Thank
care.
you,
It's been a
Tom.
pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
He didn't know.
He
didn't know.
He thinks it's a different decade, or I mean, I understand nostalgia, but have these times like broken his?
I mean, let him live his dream.
Is he still on the line? I think he is.
He's just someone trying to live his dream.
He's trying to live his dream. It's all right. Yeah, I have a ton of nostalgia for the 90s. There was a ton of great stuff then. The Wallflowers are a great band.
Everything came out then.
Isn't
What are
the
you
lead
Wallflowers?
singer-
What are you talking about?
He's still we can't shake him. Sandy, what's going on over there?
It says if I remove him, he can't join again.
Is that a problem?
Well, goodbye.
All right, take care, Tom. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We'll see you in the.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Sandy, I did learn in I took a Zoom class on how to operate Zoom. If you go to your settings, there's something where you can check, and people could join the Zoom again if they wanted to.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay,
Well,
Sandy.
it sounds like she took a class.
I did take a class.
I took 10 years of AV in public high school.
How old are you?
I gotta go.
All right. Well, that was a nice walk down memory lane. It's going to be interesting as we think back on this decade. We're always going to have this whole 6 month plus maybe a year
Yeah.
period.
Is the lead singer of the Wallflowers, is that Bob Dylan's son?
I believe it is, yeah. And I didn't
Okay.
know that for a long time, but when you listen, you can hear it.
You can definitely hear it, and
Yeah.
the resemblance is uncanny. I can't remember how.
So
That-
long ago, I can't remember when.
Yeah.
That's when they say I lost my only friend.
You should headline one of Tom 90's festivals
Well, I
that he
don't know if I
wants
have
to
the
do.
sort of time to put in to start a band and do all that. But if anybody out there wants to play some Wallflower songs, give me a call.
Jeff is your guy.
All right, let's move right along. I think our next citizen is Gerald Wilson. Gerald OnlyFans Wilson.
Okay.
Hey, it's me, the OnlyFans, the OnlyFans. Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, Gerald. How are you?
Well, I mean, let me turn myself down a little bit. I've been better. I mean, it's ups and downs, I'm calling in because I've been having a problem with a lot of the citizens of this town harassing me online and in person. No.
Yeah, we've had a lot of cyberbullying issues in this town historically. I'm sorry to hear that. We're trying to.
Well, what are we gonna do about it?
Well, we tried disconnecting the internet from all the bullies' houses, but then we found out that we didn't have internet in the town anymore, so we had to turn it back on and proceed from there.
Yeah, I gotta say emphatically, I don't like that plan because as you all know, I mean, I'm making my livelihood on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are having to convert to that. I mean, you can't go into an office anymore, so we're all sort of working from home and finding new ways to be productive.
We have a laptop here.
Right. But I mean, I was the first guy to get an OnlyFans.
Oh, you
and make $1 billion.
Oh, wow.
You made $1 billion on the internet? I don't know if I've heard people say that, but I don't know if I know exactly what it is. You made a site for your fans and you made $1 billion.
I was the first OnlyFans member to cross 45 million subscribers, monthly contributors.
45. I think we have like 25 people in here right now.
Yeah.
You're telling me you have 45 million people who watch you?
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's been great until these assholes in this town where I grew up and I thought I was family have started turning on me, harassing me as I said, online and in the streets. I was accosted in the supermarket.
What were they saying to you?
They said, "What are you doing? You know, who do you think you are? Where do you get off?" And I'm just there trying to buy the supermarket.
You tried
The
to buy
entire
the supermarket? Well,
Yeah.
I guess you have the money to do it.
Why wouldn't I?
Free groceries for life, right?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it's perishable, so there'd
Right,
be
but
a
the
decent
mechanism,
amount of
you
loss.
get new food in. I mean, I'm not saying you put it all in your fridge and then if you own the grocery store. Anyway,
Turn the
but what
grocery
exactly?
store
Can you
to a
explain
fridge.
exactly how this OnlyFans work? What exactly are you doing to make this amount of money? If you don't mind me asking.
That's the beauty of it, Jeff. Not much. I just made the account, set up several tiers of subscription and reward packages, and the subscribers started pouring in. And they haven't stopped. I
Wow.
haven't posted a single picture.
You literally just made an account and people sign up for it and give you money?
It's insane.
And what?
I can't explain it at all.
We need to do that.
I know you haven't given any rewards yet, either.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, aren't people
I think it makes
expecting
it.
something?
I think what I've done, and I don't want to jinx it, but I think what I've done is just create the thirstiest of fans. I've withheld it so long now. They want it so bad.
Now, does thirsty mean what I think it means?
They'll never unsubscribe.
So you're
'Cause
sort
one day I might drop it.
So you're sort of dangling a carrot in front of people, saying, you know, not literally, yeah, you know what I meant, saying maybe someday there'll be something here, and that's enough to keep them hooked?
It's the world's biggest tease.
Wow. Does that ever become fraud? If you promise someone something and then you don't do it, is that fraud?
Well, what did I promise? I didn't promise anybody.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
anything.
what your site says.
I don't
haven't
know
been there.
anybody anything.
Wait, so is that why people are accosting you? Because you are these people that have paid into you and you're not giving them what they need?
They've got. I haven't got into the particulars of any given one of them, but they got they're up in arms about me making profiting in a time when a lot of people are struggling, and I'm saying, you know,
Jeff Bezos.
I'm sorry, but I can't help but be successful.
Right,
This is not my fault.
But I mean, you said what? You have $45 billion or subscribers? Is that if you have that much money, you could be, you know, you could end world hunger tomorrow.
How?
You said you have money? You were going to buy the grocery store.
Well, I mean, what?
Couldn't you use some of that money rather than buying grocery store? Maybe you give those groceries to somebody?
Jeff, you can't just buy a grocery store for every hungry person on the planet. That's not how food works. You're not thinking about transportation costs. You're not thinking about long-term sustainability. Okay? I'm just a man with an OnlyFans. You're trying to make me solve the world's problems. It's not my fault everyone's giving me money.
I guess that's true. So
what are you going to do about
the bullies?
About people bullying you?
I mean, it sounds like you made this bed and you got to kind of live in it.
If you will stand inactive and allow these people to harass me, I'll have no choice but to hire private security.
Well, why don't could you maybe just like release a photo or a video and then maybe they'd get what they want and they wouldn't bother you?
I think you're misunderstanding. My fans love me. The people harassing me are jealous little Geralds who hate how much money I've made while they've been at home in a pandemic.
I see. So this is envy and not people who want you to release pictures.
It's the green-eyed monster incarnate.
Well, I mean, short of some sort of police action, which we actually just recently found out in attempts to defund our own police, we realized we don't actually have a police department. That was a major oversight. But we can't force people to stop talking to you in the store. So short of any sort of conflict mediation that you might be able to arrange on your own, maybe a security detail, maybe...
That was the wrong answer, Jeff. I'm hiring my own private police force. They'll be here this afternoon.
I don't know.
You are not going to like the way I run this down.
I don't know if that's the right way to go about this. Maybe just sort of talking to people, explaining yourself. There's no need.
I'll talk to them after they've spent a night in the slammer that I'm building with my private police force. Maddagunkscott's going to change.
Is this legal?
I don't think this is legal.
I feel like we would need to approve any sort of police force that's locking our citizens up.
But I'm the one with the police force. I approve it. You've been bested.
Well, until we...
Damn it.
Do we get the National Guard? We're being held at gunpoint by this man with an OnlyFans.
I don't know. I feel like we need to make a law right now. No one can make their own police force. Is there a second?
I second. No personal police.
Damn it!
That's it. That's it,
and City Council.
Gerald, that's what happens. That's what happens, Gerald.
You got to figure out your own problems and maybe give some of your people some rewards.
Yeah, put some pictures out.
That's all they want.
I'll think about it.
I'm kind of
I'll
curious.
think about it.
What would those pictures be like if you did release them?
I know. Now I'm a little intrigued.
Yeah, we're gonna miss out.
Yeah.
You see it? You're getting it. Anyway, find me on OnlyFans.
Oh, thank
right,
you,
great.
Gerald.
Thank you so much, Gerald.
What a thrill. The people in Maddagunkscott are creative. You can't say they aren't.
You can never say they aren't.
The pandemic throws them craziness. They're innovative. They're changing their situation. And that's admirable.
45 billion subscribers. That's
He's
wild.
a billionaire. He doesn't need to worry about bullies.
Well,
I mean, how much do we make on our city salaries?
I don't even.
Not enough.
It's public record. We'll say
it's
that.
Public record. Anyone could look it up.
All right, great. Want to move along to our next citizens? Looks like we have Armando and Fernando. Are they up next?
Are they up?
Armando and Fernando. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh no.
Oh,
can you hear me?
I recognize these boys.
Yeah,
yes,
we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Fernando, is that you?
Alonzo? Oh, jeez Louise.
It's me, Alonzo. Yeah.
Alonzo.
Oh, it's Alonzo. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I help.
I need help. I'm stuck.
I've been trapped under a rock for 127 hours.
All right, boys.
No,
this
you won't believe it.
Is this the fourth time you've called us boys? This
is getting a little much.
What?
I have never called.
I've never called
gathered
before.
enough solar energy to make this one call.
I used the solar energy power on my phone and I gathered it. Just I wished for 127 hours that the sun would be strong enough to
pray.
Power
I was
my phone.
praying.
Why did you gather solar energy? What's wrong with the wall of power? We've had power this whole time.
The wall? You fool!
The wall? Don't be foolish.
Why is it foolish to think that there was power in the wall? Like the outlet. Charge your phone.
We're trapped. We're trapped. I was going through. I was in my basement.
And I was on a hike, also in the house, but a different part.
Okay.
I was going, and a rock fell on my arm, and now my arm is stuck.
And a big rock fell on my leg, and now my leg is stuck.
So you're both stuck under rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been stuck here for so long.
You can't guess how long. Don't tell him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How long?
Well,
I know we said it already, but
I think you said 127 hours.
Wow.
wow.
Pretty
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Now, are you saying that the
Pretty
rock your
good.
arm is stuck
Pretty
under
good.
is that wicker-looking storage basket up on?
It's a wicker basket with filled with
Wow.
rocks.
And so
That
the wicker
basket's full
basket.
of rocks.
The wicker basket filled with rocks.
So
I
the
was just-
basket fell on you.
Because of the force of the rocks.
Okay.
Because there's rocks in the basket.
Because there's rocks in a basket. Where do you keep your rocks, lady?
Yeah,
I
where do you
don't-
keep your rocks?
I mean, sometimes I keep rocks on my front coffee table because they're more of a soothing atmosphere. I'll put them in with potpourri, and it's
They're not
sets up.
soothing when they fall on you and trap you for 127 hours, and then you have to decide.
You both look very well hydrated and fed for 127 hours being immobilized.
Well, hold on a second.
All right, we're seeing.
I brought my puree.
You have puree?
Perrier? Is that a
It's
bottle of
puree.
Perrier?
It's my puree.
You cannot puree water. Water is a
Yes,
liquid.
you can.
You can.
Idiot.
All right, well, there's no need to call names.
You know, that's not nice. That's not
That's
nice.
stupid. Why do we call you? We're wasting our one call, you dummy.
Fernando. Fernando.
What is it, Alonzo?
I'm trying to decide if I should cut off my leg.
Do it.
Oh God.
Do not attempt to cut or alter your body in any way.
The city council is so slow at helping us. You've just been dawdling, questioning our every move. You could have sent a SWAT team here to rescue us.
We
for like
don't have a police
like a
department.
firefighter. Maybe
Send
like
send the cops.
Look, at this point, this is your fault. You keep calling us and then getting angry that we can't do
We're
anything to help your
different boys.
non-problems.
I have never called you before.
You are the same boys in the same rooms with slightly different names.
That's
Four
bullshit.
times.
We
That's
have different
bullshit.
names. It's bullshit. We're definitely different because we have different names.
Yeah, listen to my name. Fernando.
Alonzo.
Those are not
suspiciously
names you've heard
similar to Horatio and Ignacio.
Shut the fuck
And what were the other
Oh,
ones?
language.
Yeah.
We have
Sorry.
kids watching.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh.
Shut the fuck up.
You
We're
shouldn't
different
use that
boys.
language. You are children. You are young little boys.
We're gonna tell your parents.
We're forced to choose
We're forced to
which body
choose.
parts we're gonna cut off.
We're men now. Our balls are hairy.
There
Yeah.
are children that watch this program.
Are there?
All right, I'm going to call your parents here. We're going to take care of this.
Please do. I haven't seen them in
Please do.
weeks.
Months even.
Months even.
My dad's working on a plane.
It's ringing.
He's working on it. You have our dad or our mom?
Is that our dad?
It's your mom.
Our mom works in a submarine.
All right, you guys
Yeah,
replace
she
the
works
voicemail with your own message. So, haha.
Yeah.
Oh, do
See?
you want us to say we could have just did the message for you? Just ask.
What?
You could
Hi,
just
this
ask.
is Fernando.
I don't need you to do the.
Okay, so for two boys who claim to be under rocks, you seem to be very fine because you're able to, hold up an argument with Mr. Mitchards here.
Wait, I have a missed call on my phone.
Oh, you get it. It could be mom or dad with water and supplies.
I
You
just
okay?
I just looked up their parents in the directory.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hello.
It's them.
They are. So
is
it's
Ignacio.
so they're listed as their own parents.
Yeah.
Do you have parents?
Alonzo,
Fine,
Fernando,
okay.
do you actually have parents, or are you
believe
your
it.
own
Fine.
parents?
You want to know the truth?
Yes.
Ah!
What? Yeah. See?
You're
Oh
fine.
my god. You're fine. I'm
you
not.
fine?
My leg's
Oh,
stuck
oh,
under
you're
a
still
giant
stuck.
rock. What the hell?
Show
You're
us the
fine?
rock.
Huh?
Show us the rock.
Show him the rock. Show him the rock, Alonzo.
See it?
No.
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 See it?
Are you your own parents or not?
Huh?
Are you your
Fine.
own?
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Fine.
Okay, fine.
Fine.
We gave birth to ourselves. You're right. You're right.
You're right.
named it. We
You
gave
called
birth
it.
to ourselves.
Finally, some truth out of these two.
Okay?
And we're not different boys that call. We're different generations of our clone
We're different
selves.
generations. We reproduce like flies. We have like the lifespan of only a month.
Yeah,
So
we only live a whole month.
within a month, we give rise to the next ones, and we live and die a whole life. And you happen to have this meeting with the same time every month, so the next generation's always roughly the same age. So
your life cycle falling into peril is the same schedule as our show.
Yeah, and you know what? Conspiracy theorists, see if that's bullshit.
Yes, see if that's bullshit. Investigate it.
Investigate it, because I don't have enough time. This isn't that
We're
movie
busy.
Palm Springs. It's the opposite.
We only
kinda.
have 2 or 3 more weeks to live. We're going to turn
that's
into old men, viejos.
And then we're gonna give birth to ourselves, and then those
Yeah.
little children are gonna wield knives and they're gonna kill us in bloody murder, just like we did
Yeah.
our fathers.
And then they're going to get into real hijinks in the house and have to call in trouble once again.
Because there's no parents in the house.
It's crazy.
Because you're the closest thing we have.
You're it.
This is the most believable thing I think they've ever said.
I think we finally crossed the threshold of truth.
You're our parents in spirit.
Well,
in spirit.
Haven't you murdered every time you've had parents?
What?
That's a ridiculous question.
You told us you murdered your parents every time you had them. Is this a threat?
Well, we're different generations of boys.
Yeah, I've murdered
So-
one parent.
We have different names, and you have to consider us as different. I'm not
Different
my
people.
father.
Exactly. I have different life experiences. I had
I
my
grew
arm
up-
stuck in this wicker basket until I removed it.
Yeah, and my leg is still stuck under a rock, and I still need help.
And I've never been to that part of the house before. So I don't know how to help you.
Okay, well,
Are you happy with where this went?
you know,
Is this what you wanted?
I think
Is this what
we
you
finally
wanted?
got somewhere. I think we
Is
finally
this
got
what you
some-
wanted?
I reserve judgment on reality.
Is this what you wanted? Because this is real now. This is what it is.
This is what this is.
It's been established, and we can never go back. And we're gonna call. People who look just like us are gonna call next month.
Yep. And
it's-
they're gonna
and
be
it's
they're gonna be our murderers, and we're gonna knowingly give birth to
And
them.
we're gonna
knowing
know.
the future that bestows upon us.
So we hope you're happy with where this has gone, because it's sticking. It's sticking like glue
That's it forever.
forever.
I want you to know, Mister,
Yeah.
that you are directly responsible for the deaths
For
of
the
a
deaths.
couple of people.
Jeff, Ruth, what's happening?
This happens every month, Sandy. This
Yeah.
is sort of like
This happens every month.
every month.
Yeah.
And they are in fact over their time, so we are gonna have to go on to the
Oh,
next.
Right.
cut us off.
Well,
Yeah,
good
Cut
luck.
us off, and I'm gonna have to cut off my leg.
Well,
because you-
Overtime in more than one way.
it looks like your brother was able to free himself, so hopefully he can walk into the other room and help you now get the rock off your leg,
That's
if
fair.
that works.
That's
And
fair.
good luck when your spawn try to kill you and take your place.
Thank you both, Fernando and Alonzo. Wow, that got pretty heavy.
Quite a development.
Yeah.
This month. Quite a change.
It felt like we may have gotten somewhere with them.
I wonder if, as the generations go on, if we'll be able to make more emotional headway into them. Are they evolving as they?
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked.
It's super heavy that they give birth to their own murderers.
Yeah, monthly. It seems like there's some sort of epigenetic shared trauma going on there too, because they seem to be aware of the generational aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Epigenetic shared trauma sounds like what that Clayman would
Yeah,
say.
it does. It sounds like something that our claymated mug friend might have researched on the internet.
All right. Well, it looks like we have another constituent calling in shortly, but it is really great to be back here in these walls of the Holly Public Library. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It's almost 3 years we were at doing this the Improv Boston Studio Theater, which again, what a drive. I mean, I'm 10 minutes away from the Holly Public Library, but almost 2.5 hours from Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I know. So this is an easier trek. And everyone has said, we've had inspectors in here, no black mold, which is good. And the spooky tunnels have been cleared out. So hopefully no more spooks.
Hopefully. Lord willing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have our next citizen calling in right now? I don't have a name for this individual. It looks like if we don't have this one, we can just flip the order. And let's see. We'll give a couple seconds here.
It says joining, so we're just waiting.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Sandy.
Sandy's been doing a great job this evening. Really hitting the ground running.
I have to admit one thing. I used what I thought was a bathroom in the library, and I don't think it was.
You thought it was a bathroom?
I could have swore it was a bathroom. I walked in, it had all the telltale signs of a bathroom.
Such as?
4 walls, a door, paper abound. But I don't think it was. So there's a closet somewhere that's going to need help.
Did you check for like a toilet or a urinal?
I was in a rush.
You know, that's understandable. You know, we've all had instances where we really had to go.
Well, it looks like we're gonna jump one caller.
Okay. That's fine. But also the chat here is saying is complimenting how soothing your voice is, Sandy. They're suggesting we call you Smoothie instead.
I'm happy to go by Smoothie.
Well, your name is Sandy. I mean, we want to respect what your name is.
Call me whatever you want.
Oh, it looks like we have another citizen calling in here. Okay, we have, is this Grant Oswald?
Grant?
What's up?
Grant.
What's up?
Hello, how are you?
So nice to see you guys back out in public. Got those stupid fucking masks off your face.
It's good to breathe again.
That.
Yes.
Sports is back. Maddagunkscott's back. We don't have to worry about all that stupid shit going on anymore. God, the news fucking sucks these days.
All right, yeah, well, a lot of kids watch this show, so if you could...
They don't hear it. They don't hear it. They get to watch the news. They get to watch the news where people are putting up fucking... They're being mean to the American flag.
Well, I mean...
I can't speak my rights. I can't speak my voice and my rights. I can say whatever I want.
No, that's true. I mean, that's true. You do have 5 minutes of city time that you can use to espouse whatever idea you may have.
I honestly just want to commend you guys.
Thank you. Wow.
I love that you guys aren't pussies. You're going back to work.
Well, we are city employees, so we do want to. It's our duty to protect the people of Maddagunkscott.
Certainly essential personnel.
That's not 6 feet. That's not 6 feet. Finally, people are like willing to stop pretending that this shit is real. You know? Oh God.
Well, I mean, it's very real, and a lot of people have died.
Dr. Fauci, I mean, we are down to 0 cases in Maddagunkscott. So Dr. Fauci has advised that actually 3 feet is perfectly acceptable at this point, only in Maddagunkscott.
Yeah, Fauci. Yeah, he's a real guy, I'm sure.
Oh, well, Fauci is the federal sort of infectious disease expert. Our Maddagunkscott had her own, whose name was Dr. Fauci, I believe.
Yep.
Came highly certified.
Okay. He one of those crazy doctors too.
I mean, he actually advised us through our entire reopening process and was incredibly informative. And, you know, now we're fully reopened. I mean, we didn't think we'd get to phase 16 until next winter.
Look, I got a question.
Sure.
Would you guys go to the bubble? Would you go to the NBA bubble?
I don't know that I know what that is. There's an NBA
right,
bubble?
So this is what they got going on. They got the whole NBA, all the good people at least, a whole NBA down in Disney, all right? Close this section off, and just everyone from the NBA is there. Imagine just standing there. No other fans, just surrounded by the tallest, most athletic people in the world, just playing sports for you. Just you. You got that opportunity. Would you do it?
I mean, that sounds pretty. It's like a first class seat, right? It's like your own private NBA. That sounds.
The only other people in the stands are a cardboard cutout of Nick Cage and you. Would you do it?
I think I would. Yeah. I mean, it's if I could go on a amusement park for a day with no lines, that sort of thing, right? I guess
No, you can't go in the park.
Oh, you can't go in the Disney?
You can't go in the park, and once you're in the bubble, you can't leave for 90 days. The only thing you can do is play basketball or watch basketball.
Oh. Well, we were just in a bunker for months. So
You guys know.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know that I would want to do that again. That sounds kind of claustrophobic. I didn't realize you could only play or watch basketball and were forbidden from leaving for 90 days.
Yeah. So but you get to maybe see LeBron on his IG Live as he walks by with his phone.
No, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get sports back?
Yeah, we should be right on track to. I'd have to go look again at Dr. Fauci's rollout plan. I want to say the sports were all broken out into different phases. So T-ball was phase 17, women's softball was phase 19. I can't remember
and
exactly.
no spectators yet. So I mean, live streaming, it's completely fine, but we don't want too many fans in the stands.
Oh, see, I really thought you guys were different. I thought you guys were like ready to just sort of stop pretending that the world is crashing and just let us have a 2020. I almost missed my whole summer. I only could go to my friend's house every other day, and I had to wear a mask until I got there.
I don't know if that's following guidance. I think you're supposed to wear the mask even if you are there, and then even then you shouldn't be there.
No, it's fine as long as you post pictures on Facebook and the caption is "socially distant party," then you can't get in trouble.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can't get in trouble.
I guess as long as nobody actually has the disease, that covers
my
your bases.
brother had it. My brother had it.
Was he at that party?
Oh yeah.
Is he okay? Has he recovered?
I mean, he's fine. His heart works a little weirder now, but he's fine.
Weirder?
Yeah,
I think
no.
the heart only has one way it's supposed to work.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just sort of where it goes dum 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 dum.
Mm-hmm.
His is like an extended note, so it's a dum 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 dum.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it rings out.
He might need to consult a doctor about that, or cardiologist. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be fine. Unfortunately, most of the old people at the parties didn't make it, but sports are back, and that's all we care about now. All right, sports are back. We don't have to watch the news. My Twitter feed's back to normal. The Red Sox, some of them are kneeling. It's fine. I appreciate that. Some of them can be political. Some of them can care about the sport. We're back. All right, we're back. So I want to say thank you guys for all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you. So nice to hear.
I'm never gonna wear a mask again. I'm never getting a flu shot because obviously they don't work.
The flu is different.
It is different.
Flu is different?
The flu is different than COVID.
Oh God. You know what I've noticed? You can't get normal sick anymore. So what happened to the days where we just get colds? I just kind of want a cold again. The sniffles. No one has the sniffles.
That's true.
Make America sick again?
What?
Make America. Yes. Thank you, Sandy.
No, don't. No, thank you, Sandy. Don't. We can't be saying that. We can't be propagating that people should get sick.
I really didn't mean to say this. This is a bad man. I didn't mean to say that.
Sandy, you're
just
doing your
you
best.
got excited. You're saying yes to him.
This is good.
Whoa.
Oh no.
This is good. We're gonna do this, and I'm gonna sell these at the store.
What a crafty man!
If you guys want one,
I don't think that's a message that as a city councilor I'm on board with promoting or supporting.
No, yeah.
I mean, I understand if the spirit is, can't we have normal, non-lethal sickness again? Maybe there's room to budge, but I think just generally, conceptually.
If you guys want to be reelected, you need to be pro-sniffle.
Gotta say, sorry, difference of opinions. I'm anti-sniffle.
I know. We respect your opinion, but we have to respectfully disagree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. These hats will be on sale. I'm sure the domain Make America Sick Again might be open, so I'm gonna look.
There's a good chance it's not.
It's not.
I
We'll see.
haven't looked, but we'll see.
Well, you know what? If I got a couple more seconds, let me just check if the domain is here.
All right, yeah, let's hang on and see if that's
hang on.
available.
It's
then we'll call
available.
it.
It's available.
Oh,
It's
say it.
available. All right, I'm gonna go to cheapnames.com, grab that, and we're gonna make America sick again.
All right, please don't. Please don't.
Oh,
please
man.
don't do that.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you. Wow.
All kinds of different opinions here.
Yeah, and I understand why our youth are pent up. They want to get out. They want to enjoy their summers. And while Maddagunkscott is in amazing shape, probably the best in the country, we still have to be careful. We can't let our guard down.
Because it could come back.
Exactly.
It could always come back.
Exactly.
Great. Let's move. Did we flip-flop the order there? Do we have another call coming in from our previous citizen?
Not from the previous person, but from the next one.
Okay, yeah, let's move on. They can jump in whenever they're able to. Looks like our next is this Bartholomew Larson. Is that the correct citizen?
Yeah.
Do we have Bartholomew?
Bartholomew?
Bartholomew Barf? Hi, Bartholomew.
Hi, Bartholomew.
Can you hear us?
We
can't hear you.
You're
Oh,
muted.
you're muted, Barf.
You're muted.
Sorry,
Barf.
I believe I was muted.
Yep, we got you.
Yes.
Hello.
How are you, Barf?
There we are. Okay, I'm wearing the wrong headphones. Hold on.
Oh.
Hello. Yes. Calling here from the Maddagunkscott Town Museum. Having a wonderful time here.
Great.
Hope you are as well. Great to be back, up and running. We're back to our normal hours, everybody. We are open from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Every third Saturday of every month. So please come and see us down at the Maddagunkscott Town Museum. Now, I wanted to share a little bit of Maddagunkscott Town history with you, if you don't mind.
Absolutely love it.
Wonderful. Yeah, I knew Jeffrey and you, Ruth, would be much amenable to town history, knowing the two of you. Now, I know we're going through COVID right now, and many say we're living in difficult times, uncertain times. But I would not say that we're living in unprecedented times. No, plague is not without precedent in the town, the city, or the plantation of Maddagunkscott. Now, let me explain. Back in 1680, just after the founding of the town, Maddagunkscott was afflicted with what has been known in history as Dumpston's Plague. Dumpston's Plague of 1680. Now, this was shortly after King Philip's War, a war between the Wabanaki Confederation and the British colonists. Look it up, real thing. Now, Maddagunkscott at the time was suffering from a poor harvest. The city elders during the war had decided to burn all of their crops in a preemptive scorched earth campaign. So rather than be a target for either redcoats or for Wabanaki tribesmen, they decided that the suffering be at their own hands rather than the hands of another. So the town never saw any combat in King Philip's War, but I see it as an example of the independent spirit that defines the people of Maddagunkscott to this day. And I believe that we saw with our last caller there.
yes, I think we did. Scorched earth, certainly.
So having burnt all of their crops that left the fledgling city that was only less than 30 years old, with meager stores of cornmeal, but a lot of goats. Now, there's a lot of debate to this day over the actual source of the outbreak of Dumpston's Plague, but I'm partial to the goat theory. So at the time, being that many of the residents of the town were first-generation colonists from Hampshire County in England, human caprine fornication was rampant in the community of Maddagunkscott. So men and goats were copulating very, very much all of the time. The man with the largest herd in town was a man known as Hiram Dumpston. So Hiram Dumpston, Dumpston's Plague. There you go. He lived on Pennacook Hill in what's now known as the Dumpston Homestead. The green clapboard house up there, I'm sure you know it. Historical landmark. Yes, one of the oldest town homes in Maddagunkscott. Now, according to his own diary, he claimed to be able to fornicate with no fewer than 3 goats per day. And many now theorize that he was patient zero and thus Dunston's plague.
I want to call that impressive, but I don't know that that's the right word.
For the time, no. I would say for today, it might land you in jail, but maybe not with a lack of a police force. Yes. So the prevailing theory today is that Dunston's plague was a particularly virulent form of Q fever. But in these conditions, without modern medicine, the plague spread rapidly through the town and the surrounding countryside. If you're unfamiliar with the disease, the symptoms include diarrhea, seborrhea, bugging of the eyes, rictus, rickets, dropsy, bow-leggedness, violent humors, female temperament, and a symptom at the time was recorded as loudmouth. We're not sure what that is today, but loudmouth seemed to be a particular symptom that was going through the town at the time.
Interesting. What does female temperament mean?
That's another one I'm not sure about, but it was something that the people at the time definitely thought of as a negative attribute.
Okay. Noted.
So at the time, medicine being what it was, treatment was mostly prayer. The town minister at the time, a Puritan, his name was God shall bring damnation upon your everlasting soul, Mitchards. And he was known to receive messages directly from God. And so at the outbreak of plague, he exhorted his flock to self-flagellate in the town square. He ordered a deep, narrow hole dug on church grounds and demanded all town urination happen into this hole. We have a quote from Reverend Mitchards here. He said, God so thirsteth for the returnment of his divine excrement that I have dug this hole in order to placate him. Him being capitalized, of course.
I believe there's still a plaque there.
Yes, it's mostly worn off, but yes, that quote is engraved upon that plaque. That is something we could talk about, funds to maybe replace and rejuvenate that plaque, but for another day, I'm sure. Anyway, also, fun fact, another thing that Reverend Mitchards did at the time, of course, we have Maddagunkscott Slap Days Festival coming up next month. Let me look up his name again. God shall bring damnation upon your everlasting soul, Mitchard. Yes, your name is Mitchards. Anyway, he was the originator of Slap Day. One of the things he ordered was that every townsperson square off with another townsperson and go slap for slap until one passed out. Now, the still standing participant, the one who did not pass out, was then tied around the ankles and hung up upside down over a gibbet until either the strong devil was released from the body or the person died. So remember that the next when Slap Days Festival comes around. Not sure if we're having it this year out of doors, given the COVID, but seeing as we're at 0 cases, I'm optimistic. Anyway, so Reverend Mitchards and the rest of the town's efforts were not successful. The plague spread. People were getting diarrhea, seborrhea, all of these symptoms, female temperament, so bad that the colonial governor at the time, Wilson Hayes Duluth, personally visited from Portsmouth. Now, Duluth was a man of letters. He quickly deduced that the widespread copulation with goats may be to blame. Now, it's something he had seen at the Siege of Calais some 20 years earlier in a war against the French. Now, he ordered a colony-wide ban throughout New Hampshire on all acts of bestiality. Another fun fact, this is the first known bestiality ban in the New World. So yay Maddagunkscott for that one. So folks in the southern settlement of the Maddagunkscott plantation, the town of, as we know it today, Turdsbury, they were receptive to the order as they were settlers from Cornwall and had no previous experience with goat copulation. Turdsbury settlement saw a rapid decline in the spread of Dunston's plague and were able to sow their fields the next spring and thus staved off starvation. However, in Maddagunkscott town proper, the ban was seen as an affront to the townsfolk's way of life and was met with much hostility. So, led by Reverend Mitchards, people took up pitchforks, torches, and their best goats and marched to the town inn where Governor Duluth was staying. Now, Duluth attempted to address the crowd, saying there was ample evidence for the effectiveness of banning sex with goats, of course. But the townsfolk of Maddagunkscott were not receptive, not in the least. Mitchards gave a signal, and the townsfolk, many of them in the late stages of Dunston's plague, oozing bodily fluids and in early onset dementia, began copulating with their goats in clear defiance of Duluth's order. And we have a quote here from Mitchards. He said to Duluth, "Knowest I that you be of the devil, and the devil be of you? I shall lay strike for strike upon you, for God be on the side of goat and truth." Of course, despite being a man of letters and of science, Duluth's dignity would not allow him to turn down the challenge. So the two men went slap for slap, blows growing ever harder as the town devolved into a plague-fueled orgy of man, woman, and goat. Must have been quite a sight, I'm sure. So after 50 or so slaps, Duluth struck Mitchards across his temple with a most grievous slap and killed Mitchards instantly. He dropped to the floor dead, and thus was the end of God shall bring damnation upon your everlasting soul, Mitchards. But his legacy lives on. The crazed town folk howled at his death, swarmed Duluth, tied him up by the ankles, and strung him over a gibbet as tradition dictated. Now, Duluth died a few days later, his head looking like, as recorded by historians at the time, his head looked like a ripe grape, a ripe conquered grape. The citizens of Maddagunkscott, too, by this time were completely in the throes of Dunston's plague and continued to copulate with their goats, ignoring all other bodily needs, such as food, excretions, and so forth, until they died in the town square. So that was in 1680. The town lay completely empty and fallow for about 8 years until a detachment of British troops arrived in the area to establish a fort to prevent further incursions by the Wabanaki Confederation. Upon rediscovering the abandoned town, Colonel Benedict Cumpston reported a strange engraving on an oak tree. The oak tree's still there in town square, very large. It read, "Whosoever would sacrifice their God and culture for security and health, be a traitor and a coward." Now, I'm a little bit surprised that somebody was able to still write and inscribe into an oak tree so legibly, being so deep within a disease. But there you have it. It was there, recorded to history. We have a rubbing of it here at the Maddagunkscott Town Museum. So if you're interested in learning more, you can come see the engraving. Underneath the engraving was also a crude drawing of a large penis man performing vaginal or anal intercourse on a goat. We're not sure which because the engraving is not that well detailed. But please come down. We are open the third Saturday of every month from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. at the Maddagunkscott Town Museum. Come see me, Barf Lawson. Or my wife, Barb Lawson.
Thank you so much, Barf. That was
incredible. No one else like you, Barf.
Quite
no one else
a
like
history. Completely unredited, but we do have a couple statues that are scheduled to be torn down and thrown in the lake in the coming weeks.
We shall have words about that, as well as the engraving that needs renovation. I believe many of our historically despicable town leaders would be very much welcome in the Maddagunkscott Town Museum instead of at the bottom of a lake.
I see. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barf.
We'll try to hold
Thank you
them
very
all
much
back.
for having me. History lives.
That was
amazing.
Incredible,
yes. There's so much you forget about our storied history. I mean, the possum graces our flag, but really the goats are part of our origins just as much.
I believe at some point they changed the flag. There was a whole uproar because there was a goat on it at some point, and people said, try to get rid of that image in the region.
Yeah. I mean, I've known that story my entire life. I had never put two and two together. And we've been on the council together for, God knows how long now.
We still have my great great-great-great-great-grandfather's buckled hat. But, obviously we changed the name for, brevity.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, man. Well, we may have another person, constituent calling in. They would like to address the council. I'm not sure if it's the one we may have missed or the next person in the order.
Any word there, Sandy? Anybody coming in?
It still says joining. It's the one we missed before.
Okay.
That's interesting. I don't know what could be causing that to happen.
I don't know either. In the meantime, I forgot all about rubbings. Did you forget about rubbings?
I feel like I heard them referenced recently. People tend to have them of like gravestones, usually.
What an odd thing to have of.
I guess it's sort of like a souvenir. It sort of proves you were there. But beyond that, I mean, take a picture, right?
Yep.
I guess at some point they didn't have pictures. If you wanted to take a, prove you went to a gravestone, you'd have to do sort of a charcoal. We used to do it with a crayon. We used to do crayon rubbings.
Is that how you say that word?
Crayon?
Crayon?
How do you say it?
Crayon.
You say crayon?
Crayon.
Is that how they say it in Somerville?
That's how they say, yeah. It's a Somerville accent.
Huh.
Crayon. I don't know what's going on here. I apologize. It says joining still.
Okay.
If we need to pop around, we can pop around again.
We'll pop around.
See whoever joins. First come, first serve here. This has been so wonderful.
It really
there
has
we go.
been. Oh, it looks like we have.
My filler is unnecessary.
I'd love to hear your thought after.
Just general positive musings.
Oh,
we have a couple people joining now, it looks like. Oh, we've got multiple, so take your pick. Take your pick, Sandy.
Hold on 1 second.
We have two groups joined right now. We're going to sort this out for you, and we're going to go with one of the
people who are supposed to be the two together, please log off for a second.
There we go. If the two people doing it together could please log off momentarily and then reconnect, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Because we finally have connection.
There we go. We got it. And we are on. We don't have a name for this citizen, I don't think.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Sorry about that. My name's Andrea Sidlow. I'm so sorry. I have this gateway in the house and I got it on a Y2K sale. And I just, unfortunately, I don't think it's, it just hasn't been working with these Zoom meetings. So I do apologize, but I'm so excited to be here.
No apologies necessary. We're glad you made it on.
Great to have you.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy to be here. I have something super important to talk about. And you may recognize me just because I am sort of the volunteer event organizer at St. Michael's Church, which is the Catholic church in the east part of town. We are not St. John's, all right? And I just, and so we're actually, very exciting news. We're going to be doing our annual fundraiser picnic this year. COVID's not stopping us. The Lord's goodness doesn't stop during a pandemic. And we're actually going to be, this year, it's been tough. There's so many, good charities we could fundraise for. And this year we're going to be doing meals for the elderly. Because we know it's just so hard for them to get out of their homes.
That's great. That's very thoughtful.
Yeah. So we're moving to the elderly this year. Last year, we're very successful fundraising for school supplies for the elementary school. I did personally request that we don't do anything with children moving forward, just because, moving forward, I just want to be clear that I did not pee myself at the last fundraising picnic.
Oh, I hadn't heard anything about that. I don't think any of us would have assumed that.
You're a politician lying to my face. I just feel like it's been talked about all over this town. I swear, I work at the insurance company. I basically help with the insurance on everyone's homes in this town. And then I volunteer at the church and I walk away from our last fundraising picnic with everyone saying, I peed myself, which is entirely not true.
That sounds like a nasty rumor to start. That sounds...
Yeah.
I mean, it's entirely incorrect. But I'm so glad you agree, and I didn't mean to deter, the promotion of our upcoming picnic. I just wanted to make it clear. I'm super excited. We're going to be doing it Zoom. It's going to be safe.
Right.
So everyone's, we hope everyone still makes, their frankfurters and their hamburgers. Make a little picnic for yourself in the backyard. And then also, I just want to point out. Again, I did not pee myself at the last picnic, and I don't appreciate all the news stories about the shortage of toilet paper in our town.
I don't think that's targeted.
And I don't think they're related.
Oh, it feels very targeted. I mean, I don't know what else it could be about.
Oh, I think there was. People were hoarding toilet paper and sort of, there was a...
Oh, really? People were hoarding toilet paper? Why?
We couldn't...
I mean, why? But again, I don't want to deter.
No, nobody thinks you peed your pants. We don't have to.
No. Good. It's such a relief to hear that. We also have some exciting games planned. My son, Jack, has Jackbox games. Funny, right, with the names?
Oh,
and we're gonna do Jackbox games with everyone because we can't do our normal games that we normally would do. What's it called? Potato sack racing. We can't do that. Although you could do that in your own backyard if you want. I do also want to point out. I'm sorry, but the masks were referred to as PPE. I'm sorry, but PP is a little immature. Don't you think?
Well, it's personal protective equipment, right?
I'm sorry, but that's a mask, and I don't know why we have to be calling it PPE when that's I give so much to this community, and then these slanderous rumors are spread about.
No, that was not intentional. And if anything, I mean that came from the national. I mean that's probably global PPE.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just a woman trying to do good in her community.
We do actually have people in the chat. Come on, don't stop saying that she peed or you are PP.
I didn't
you
pee
peed.
myself.
She didn't.
I didn't. I work really hard. We also have, in addition to the activities and hoping people will, eat their own picnic food, we do have a silent fundraiser, a silent auction, one might call it, online. So, lots of local artisans and restaurants will be donating that you can bid on. I also want to note that everyone walking their dogs outside, having them pee on my lawn, I get it, okay? Your message is loud and clear, and it's incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. But that stream that you said you're doing sounds great.
I did not pee on the lawn of the park. And it's inappropriate that you're having your dogs purposely pee on my lawn. To rub my face in my mistakes.
I mean, you might just have a very nice lawn that,
I do.
That the dog sees, and they can't help themselves.
Oh my God! But you see, you're saying all these nice things, but my family won't even come near me. My family, my friends, I invite them over, and they won't even come near me. They won't come inside. I say, well, let's sit outside on the porch, and they stay away from me.
Well, I think we should just make a public announcement right now to your family, to the people in the chat who really need to calm down.
There's a lot of pee talk in the chat right now.
There's a lot of pee talk in the chat.
I didn't pee myself.
She didn't pee herself. Everyone.
It really took it to a new level when I ordered, because I've been having a lot of stress. Insurance is out of the roof. And, I have a lot of stress, so I got a white noise machine, like I had heard about. And, the default, a babbling brook. And I'm like, I can't. I can't deal with it, these lies. But anyways, I hope everyone comes to the fundraiser. And I'm sorry. What was?
Oh no.
Oh my God.
You might want to cut. You might want to
no.
kill. I think
Andrea.
Come on, in the chat, just lots of despicable, more like a yellow noise machine.
She could have dropped some water on her.
Social pistancing. Now, this is what I call a live stream. Come on, guys. This is not, that's not how we treat our citizens.
That's not nice. That's not nice. I mean, thank you to Andrea for doing, God's work during this time.
Absolutely.
And to the constituents in the chat.
Grow up.
Be nice.
Yeah, grow up.
Thank you, Sandy.
I've seen enough, as a teen. I've seen so much bullying on the internet. Grow up. This is 2019.
2020.
Huh?
It's the years. Never mind. We'll talk about it after the show.
All right.
Yeah, moving right along. I think we have 2 more constituents here planning to call in. Yep, and looks like we have the bananas. Is that accurate? Do we have the bananas?
That's right.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
We
Hello?
can hear you, bananas.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes, we can. There she is, my beautiful wife. Hello, my name is Chip Banana.
Hello.
Hello,
Karen
Chip.
Banana. Hello.
Hello.
And we are the Bananas.
Oh, what a cute little duo intro
I
there.
love this.
It's a lot of fun. I'm sure you're asking yourself, why are we calling?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, always curious.
And I'm sure you're asking yourselves, where'd she get this hat?
It says Florida. You shouldn't be going to Florida.
Well, actually,
No,
we should. We're already here.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
We're
You're
already
in Florida.
Look,
Okay.
look at beautiful, dark Florida.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful dark. But I'm sure you're asking yourself, why are the Bananas calling New Hampshire about Florida?
Why are you calling us?
What are these Maddagunkscott natives doing in Florida? Well, I'll tell you, we just want to invite everybody up north to come on down.
Come on to Florida.
Come on down. We have recently renovated a beautiful property for timeshare, and Chip and I couldn't be more excited to show it off.
Now look at this house. It could be all yours if you pay for it once a year, and then someone else has after you, and you keep doing that until you're dead.
Oh, you broke up a little bit there, Mr. Bananas, but I believe you're describing like a timeshare. Is that what
That's
that
exactly right. That is exactly right.
Okay,
Exactly
so
right.
you're inviting the entire town down to be a part of your timeshare.
Yes, we want all of Maddagunkscott into this house for a timeshare.
That's right.
Well, you know, we are down to 0 cases of COVID-19, and I think getting the whole town down to Florida, where there's been a bunch of spikes, might be a little dangerous, is all.
Yeah, I mean, we get it, but we also have to say that we have 0 cases in this property. So I assure you that it's pretty safe, and you know, I'm well, Chip's out on the patio. It's a beautiful deck. I'm up here in one of our suites called the Adirondack Room.
Ooh.
And, you know,
Did you not know that's what it was called, Mr. Bananas?
No, I didn't know. We've been arguing all week about what to call the room.
Oh, I see.
We might get into it later, but
Yeah.
every room comes stocked with some hand soap and
There it is.
and don't forget the Trulies. So it's really lovely. I mean,
I'm sure you're asking yourself, how are we going to continue to guarantee everybody is at 0 cases at their time at our timeshare?
Yeah, that's actually the #1 question I have right now.
Social distancing, my friend.
So that's the only. There's no filtration systems or like.
No, my wife is in the building,
Well,
and I'm not allowed inside.
I want Chip, babe, take a look at those windows behind Chip.
Look at the window.
All of those will be open.
Every door,
I'm
every
up
window.
there in that second window. I don't know if you can. Let's see if you can see me.
That's the coach. Oh, baby. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
But sorry, Mrs. Bananas, did you just say your husband is not allowed in the house?
Well, we actually take. Well, so Chips, we are taking our own precautions, and so
Social distance.
in and out of the house. This is Chip's week to be out, and I think that Chip's a little bit older. God, so we're taking the right measures.
That's right. I have all of the preconditions, and I should not be allowed near other people. Thus, social distancing.
That's right.
It is getting darker and darker by the minute out there. Chip,
That's how time works.
Are you spending the night out there tonight?
I am spending the night out here every night until Monday.
That's right. And then me.
Monday to Monday. And then on Monday, she comes down here. I go through the front door. We do not pass paths. I sleep in a different bedroom for the first half of the week. And for the second half of the week, I don't sleep at all.
So if how many citizens of Maddagunkscott are there? 1,720. If all 1,720 of us came to your timeshare there, how would we all socially distance?
Well, about 900 of you will be outside.
Okay.
So half inside, half outside?
That's right.
That's right.
But does that not still present the problem of 900 people inside a house?
You haven't seen the rest of the house.
And I'm in one
point.
suite, but there are many more.
There are many more with all names of different parts of the country.
That's right.
I've seen my fair share of nice houses, but I've never heard of a house that can accommodate 900 people.
Yeah, those are usually more like
good take, Sandy.
apartment buildings, maybe, or like hospitals.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not point out earlier? There's a deck.
Look at that.
Look at it.
There's
a good
one.
deck.
There's one deck.
That's where all 900 sleep separately on this deck.
But it's like camp, and we know that New Hampshireites love camp.
Love camp. I loved it when I lived there in Maddagunkscott.
Yeah.
Of course. Nothing better in the summer than the great outdoors.
I love it.
So we're just, encouraging you to give it a try.
Think about it and say yes in your brain.
Say yes in your brain and in your heart.
In your heart.
Well, Bananas, thank you both so much. I know I would love to get down there sometime soon.
Please, Bananas is my father. Call me shit.
We'll save this bed for you.
Oh, lovely.
That's great. Well, we're gonna have to check with the CDC before we get in a
thank you both.
get in a bedroom with
Goodbye,
900
friend.
people.
Good luck. Do not catch
Thank you
it.
so
Do
much.
not catch the
Yeah.
COVID. Do not.
The rotation system actually sounded pretty good, where there are never two in the house.
Very smart.
Yeah.
I like the way they've actually thought things through, and they do have a good point. In that community they're in, there's 0 cases.
Yeah.
So they're better than the rest of Florida.
Yeah, I think we're kind of in a similar situation here, where it's like 0 now inside, but if you take.
I know we're not letting anybody in.
No 900 people in my bedroom. Thank
No,
you very much.
no.
Or on my deck.
No. All right, I think we have one more.
I think that's correct.
One more constituent for the evening. All right.
Looks like we have Stanson Pareto. Stanson, is that you?
Hello?
Hi,
Stanson. How are you?
Hello? Oh my god. I'm so glad you guys finally picked up. I've been on the phone for an hour and a half.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
scared. I'm so scared.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Sorry, we have a lineup and people were on hold. But what do you mean?
I tried to call the police, but I got a voicemail about somebody's OnlyFans, and that was it.
Oh yeah, if he might have bought 911 because it turns out we weren't using it. So
Yeah, we did just make a law, but it sounds like he just did it anyway. So.
moves
Oh my god. He's inside the house. He's in the house.
he is the OnlyFans guy.
It's Joe Biden. He's in my house.
Wait, Joe Biden is in your house?
He's here. He found it. He's inside.
Barack, you in the bathroom?
He just keeps calling me Barack. I don't know why.
Okay.
Hold on, now you mean Joe Biden, Democratic frontrunner for president of the United States?
Nominee Joe Biden. He found my house and he's inside. I locked myself in the bathroom, but he's outside. He hasn't figured out how to turn the doorknob yet.
Wait, is Joe Biden in Maddagunkscott? And no one told us?
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's not a good thing. He's inside the house. I made a joke about it. Okay, I made a joke about him on Twitter. I was like, Joe Biden, more like no Biden. And then he liked it. And I was like, that's weird. The next thing I know, he's knocking on my window. I'm like, get out of here. He lifted it up. He climbed inside. I don't know why he's here.
I mean, that does sound exactly like the kind of joke Joe Biden would really, really like, and then try to pursue the author.
It wasn't in his favor.
Well, why? Maybe he came to just say, "Good job writing jokes." Maybe offer you a job in the campaign or something like that. Oh.
No, man, I don't want to work for him. I'm #Yang Gang all the way.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he's not running anymore,
I
though.
know,
So
he dropped out.
I know. Maybe next year.
Probably 4, unless.
Maybe next year.
Okay, well, why do you think you think he's come to hurt you?
I don't know. Mostly he's just really boring, and I don't want him to talk to me anymore.
Oh, okay.
So he's actually not doing anything mean to you. He just wants to talk to you.
No, he keeps saying, I'm the kind of guy you could have a beer with. Have a beer with me.
Yeah, I don't think I'd. It's exciting he's here, but I'll pass.
It's exciting he's here, but if you had to have a beer with one of them, he's like last.
Yeah,
he's
I think
boring.
That's right. It might even be medically irresponsible. He's probably like on a lot of stuff keeping him alive.
And he probably shouldn't be around people for that. I mean, we're 0 cases, but.
Can you guys send someone to get him?
I mean, I think we'd be more than happy to, welcome the Democratic nominee for president and former vice president to our town. I mean, we'd be more than happy to come over.
I would have thought we would have got like a letter or notification saying like, "Oh, he's
Yeah.
coming. Can we get security?" And
we would have rolled out the red carpet. We have one back in the back closet over there.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Then he wouldn't have tried to come down my chimney.
Hold on.
Wait.
Democratic nominee Joe Biden attempted to come down your chimney?
He knocked at the window and then he climbed up on the roof and then he said, "Malarkey," he tried to go down the chimney. He said, "I'm Santa Claus."
He said, "I'm Santa Claus."
He did.
He might need assistance.
I don't know if he thinks it's funny. I don't get his online sense of humor.
Yeah, maybe he saw you were being a jokester, and he's like, "Oh, I got some jokes for you."
He's trying to prank me back. That's pretty good. He got me pretty good because I'm scared. I'm pretty scared. This is a terrifying prank. It's pretty funny.
My God, is there some way maybe we can lure him out of the house with something? Maybe like a buffet luncheon or like, I don't know,
idea.
some kind of soup.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like one of the off-brand Oreos. Like, I feel like that'd be his thing.
I think if there's any way to lure a Biden, it's definitely an off-brand Oreo. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, he's a Hydrox man. He likes Hydrox, probably.
Well, I think we need to probably head over to your house and sort of help you out here.
Yeah, we're more than happy to sort of get him and corral him away from your house as soon as this is over.
I'm on the corner of 30th and Bingsby, and he's in my house.
Okay, well we'll be over there very shortly and try to get some treats or something to lure him out.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Ruth.
Of course.
Thank you, Stanson.
Thank you,
Hold on, we'll be over there shortly.
Okay, he's inside.
Okay.
Maybe put some Lawrence Welk on or something and try to have him fall asleep.
Wow. I mean, I guess the former vice president is in Maddagunkscott. I mean, life changes here by the minute. So that was our last constituent for this evening. But so we want to thank you all for joining us. We're back in the Holly Public Library, and we're going to come back to you, sometime at the end of August. So stay tuned for the date for that. We also want to thank Sandy for all of his help and for his good friends at Mess and Finesse and his boss, Kenny, for helping us out today. Thank you.
Yep, go over to their channel to watch more stuff, right? You have other media you're doing over there, Mess and Finesse?
Yeah. Yes.
Great. So look that up, like and follow us on everything. Tell your friends, tell your family.
You want to reach out, email maddagunkscottnh@gmail.com, and you can follow us on all the socials. We have interns that have set that up for us. Instagram @maddagunkscottnh, Twitter @maddagunkscott.
And that's it. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in a month.
This meeting has been adjourned.